Hi Mary, it's Susan here. So happy to have you here at Say It Face to Face. Thanks for joining. This is a very thought-provoking question, as I imagine you know. I've been thinking and thinking about it. I think in a lot of ways, the entire decade of my 20s was full of so many such instances of just God working so much in my life, but me going through, I have struggled with depression ever since I was 19 and serious anxiety as well. So there's been just so many occurrences of me struggling through that, knowing at the time, and I do at the time know, I mean, I've always known that God's with me through it all, but definitely looking back, I can see always different areas where, in different times where my path sort of changed because of what might have seemed like really horrible circumstances at the time. One instance that comes to mind is when I was just actually leaving what prompted me to end up leaving my career. I was at one large consulting company for a long time. I really liked a lot of things there, but still was having a tough time sort of finding satisfaction with my career. And so I left and went to a different place. I was there for another year or so, again in the software development field, business consulting, and working on a large team and just really struggling that I was so just not fulfilled. I felt so bored and it was making me depressed. And I was just really struggling with, oh my gosh, like, Lord, this can't seriously be all my life is about. And at the same time, I was struggling with infertility. And anyone that's gone through infertility will tell you that it is pretty much one of the worst things that can happen to a woman. It's just so awful. And so I was struggling with the infertility and struggling with just not feeling fulfilled in my career and just feeling like there's got to be something different for me. And I just wasn't having a creative outlet and really, really struggling. And it was really getting depressed because of my circumstances and just like, God, what do you have in plan for my life? Like, this is just, I can't do this. It's too boring of a life. And just really feeling like this wasn't, like, I wanted to be a mom and da-da-da-da. Anyway, I ended up leaving my career and, not even having a backup plan. Like, I had a husband who could pay the bills while I decided to venture off and try a whole new life. And so I sought out to find a way to work at home. And I have done so. So for the last seven years I've been working at home, and there's challenges. Working at home is tough. Obviously, replacing that software developer salary, not an easy thing to do from working from home. So a lot of trusting in God, but a lot of being very fortunate that I had a husband that could cover the realities of the bills. But looking back at that really tough time where I was making those decisions, and I just was so much calling out to God and just trying to find the path. And so I look back and I really can see how God just guided me into this amazing life that I have now. It's such a unique and different life. I never could have dreamed it up. I never would have been like, okay, God, this is what I want in my life. He definitely orchestrated bringing me to the place that I am, and now I have my two beautiful girls. That was completely on His timing. Had I had my pregnancies when I had wanted to on my time schedule, my life would not have turned into a wonderful, unique blessing that my life is. It's a very unique, crazy, busy work-at-home life, but I'm so blessed. And I look back at those dark, dark times and, I don't want to be back. I wouldn't want to be back in that dark time, but I am glad that I went through it, because I needed to be in that dark time to take such a drastic change, to leave my career and embark on such an unknown path. And I know that God definitely was the one that helped me, prompt me through that, making that tough decision and bringing me this absolutely unique life. It's not without its problems. It's not without its stresses. I'm certainly not floating in money or anything like that, but I am using my creativity. I feel much more fulfilled. I'm helping other women work at home, and I really have a wonderfully blessed life. But if I hadn't gone through all of those struggles and hadn't had God there beside me, whether or not I always knew it at the moment, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So thank you so much, Mary, for making me think about this and for starting this conversation. I'm really looking forward to hearing what other people have to say.